YouTube. Welcome to 2021. I'm gonna go up for a short hop today, just to exercise the engine primarily. It was pretty cold lately, minus 15 with wind chill, often minus 26, also some snow. So not much flying, but today it's cold. Not really that cold, it's only I think minus 6 or so Celsius. And it's fairly wind calm, but I don't have much time today. So in the video, you should have seen me taking off the covers and doing the inspection, so you can get an impression of what that's kind of like when a Challenger lives outdoors. And yeah, now I'm just waiting for the engine to really warm up thoroughly before I start taxiing for the runway. Alright, stay tuned. See you later. So I'm not liking the really rough idle. It's just dropping to 1400 RPM at idle, so I'm just going to let the engine warm up a while longer, see if that helps. Otherwise, I'm going to scrub the flight. I don't like it if my engine isn't idling properly, obviously. I'm just going to run it up, higher RPMs, warm it up, and then I'll try the idle again. I guess I'll just take you a tour of the airport. How about that? As you can see, we've got tent hangars. They're all occupied. Although I would like to have a spot in a hangar just to get out of the elements and not have to deal with the covers, because man, when the wind is blowing, those covers can be very difficult to manhandle back into place. On the other hand, if you're sharing a hangar and you're stuck behind a heavier airplane, like on the left here, it can be difficult. Because, as you can see, there's snow on the ground, and it can be pretty tough maneuvering one of those heavy aircraft on your own in the snow. And that happened to me because I did have a hangar spot for about 6 months, 2 years ago now. And there was a 172 parked in front of me. And there were quite a few occasions where it was a real chore to get that 172 out of the hangar, because the hangar's maybe an inch or two higher than the surrounding turf, over that lip and back into the hangar, especially if there was snow on the ground. And I never wanted to risk being stuck with the plane, this 172, halfway out of the hangar and no one around to help me. So sometimes I couldn't risk taking the 172 out to get my Challenger out from behind. And that led to me not being able to run the engine as often as I would have liked, which led to the carbs coming up, and that was no good. So it is definitely better living outside and being independent. Air to traffic, Ultra India Tango Bravo Charlie, taking off runway 12, remaining in the circuit. Air to traffic, India Tango Bravo Charlie. It is nice and smooth. Almost never get that. Well, YouTube, I apologize for not providing more flying videos. It's often pretty tough here. We have quite a few windy days, and they're usually on weekends, and since I'm still one of those working stiffs, I can only go flying on weekends, especially in the winter when it gets dark at 5 o'clock. And very often it's just too windy. We've only got the one runway, and it's quite often a 90-degree, well, it's almost always a 90-degree crosswind, and sometimes it's 15 knots and more. And quite often, and usually, it's more than 10 knots, which is currently above my comfort level. Often when I do fly, I stick to the circuit because it gives me all the phases of flight and is a lot of fun. Oh, getting distracted there, alright. Energy traffic, Ultra India Tango Bravo Charlie, final runway 12, touch and go. Got distracted there. YouTubing. Well, I always tap the brakes after I take off to stop the wheels from rotating. You know, there's just a gyroscope effect with the wheels and don't want any unnecessary vibration. Plus, I learned doing that in flight school. Good habit. Yeah, so what was I saying? Like I said, I often just fly circuits to make sure I've got the muscle memory before straying afar. Plus, it's just a lot of fun because it's all phases of flight. Of course, it doesn't make for very exciting YouTube videos, so sorry, but ultimately that's just a side effect of the flying and not my primary purpose. Although I'm very happy that you are interested in watching these videos, and I hope it is beneficial to some of you, especially those of you who are dreaming of flying and are just waiting to finally get the chance, because that was me for a long time. Having said that, I have also realized that I've really got to want to fly and be fit, mentally and physically fit, not tired, not exhausted, not pushing myself to fly. Otherwise, it's not going to be enjoyable and it could be dangerous. Do it because you love it, not because you got to. Air-D traffic, Ultra India Tango Bravo Charlie, final, runway 12, touch and go, Air-D traffic. Let's do this one right, no distractions. Alright YouTube, thanks for joining me. That was a short one today, but my feet were getting cold too, so hope to catch you soon. Thanks for watching.